to the Sisaundra Show. Thank y'all for sticking with us. We are about to dive into our next segment called Just Being Honest. This part of it gets me every time, Lavon. I love it. This part of the show is an open discussion between us, with the gentleman included, not just the ladies.
I appreciate you for having me up
and
here.
This fine gentleman from For the Culture Band is hanging out to talk with us today. The question or the discussion today is, does dressing sexy make women come across as less intelligent? Guys, so women are constantly being told what to wear in order to make them look better, slimmer, and more attractive because, believe it or not, women are still being judged primarily by their looks. Previous studies claim that revealing clothing makes women appear less intelligent, but the results found that it was actually the sexualized clothing which resulted in higher intelligent women.
Oh my God!
Yes. So what are your thoughts on women who dress sexy coming off as less intelligent? Let's start with Sir Luke.
Oh, man. Although I have my personal opinions on the matter, but I would trust even more. I would use rather studies from the greats, the smart people in the world. For example, I think Dr. Alfredo Gayton, I think out of University of Bedfordshire, I think. Then he did a study where he had 64 students, and the average age was about 21 years, or 21 or 22. I said 21. So it showed that women, just like the article said that you read when you read earlier, women dressed a little bit more sexier. Is seen really to be.
They seem to be more intelligent.
They seem to be more intelligent.
Wow.
Yes, and
so they did a study of 64 people, and it shows that women who dress sexy.
And he had the same woman dressed differently in two different outfits. One was more sexual,
more provocative, and then the other one was like
more
conservative
kind of look. And then, hey, all the students, or the majority of them, found that the sexier look was more intelligent.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Well.
I know. I want to get to Olivia.
Yes,
but like,
he said
they
said about something almost like the woman seen dressed more conservative is more likely to have an attitude. Bossy,
are you serious?
Stuff like that, and it was like,
you know what? But I can believe that they would think that they're more like kind of bougie, stuck up,
yes,
and maybe more difficult to work with.
And stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, they want to look smart, but they're a little boring too.
Yes.
Oh wow. What about you, Olivia? What do you think, Olivia? What do you think?
I think this is an interesting perspective, actually. I feel like it all comes down to, what do you see as sexy? What sexually attracts you? Because sexy is what sexually attracts someone. Like, if I say, oh, that's sexy, I'm attracted to that, right? Yeah. So if that means, I believe that you can, dress covered up and still look sexy.
Yes.
However, does a man say that, oh, she's covered up, she's not going to be that easy to talk to, easy to open up? Or I'm surprised that, even the ones who do dress a little less, then guys may think that, okay, she's probably easy just to, get with quickly. We don't need to have much conversation. But a woman who has more clothes on, I'm going to have more conversation, kind of have to do more. So I feel like it's society, where we're at right now, it's what we see is what we get. So I feel like it's up to the perspective of a man at the end of the day. Like, a woman can be very intelligent, want to go to the beach, dress a little less, but it doesn't mark what's in her brain.
Exactly.
Right. Whatever
so the best
she has
thing
on.
to do, come on, exactly, ching ching. The best thing to do is to be non-judgmental, right? Because you don't know what people have up here just because they choose to be this way. Studies show that it takes people less than 3 seconds to judge the way you are by the way you dress. So you automatically get judged. Bam. Yep. So then they start talking to you, and then they realize, oh my gosh,
but I think
she's got a good head on her shoulder.
I think also there's a shift in what we've known back then in society than what people are thinking now. It's interesting to me. The age group that he chose was 64 students age was 21 or 22, right? And then this same group is what is predicted to be the richest we've ever seen. These kids are trading. They are building businesses, online businesses. They entrepreneurs now. They just coming out and using their brains to actually make it work.
Correct.
And they're making money while they're still 21 years old and having,
they're not
living
really
their dream
even
lives.
thinking about the way they
There you
look.
go. So
it's
they
all
do
about the
whatever they
brain
want to.
power,
They
right?
just- yeah. So they're not thinking the same way. So they really want a different perspective of life, period. So even the way women are dressed, to them, it's just like, okay, cool. This lady right here dressed a little bit more, sexy. I can work with this.
But
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sexy is a mood. You can wear a suit.
There you
can
go.
wear, you know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
You
I
can
agree.
be
I can agree with
dressed
that.
and be extremely sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then when they see you, it's like, wow, she looks great in that suit. She
There you
is
go.
sexy.
Absolutely.
She is
There you go.
smart. She is sharp. But I am not mad at my sisters who decide that they want to be a little sexy her. I ain't mad at that. Appearance should not dictate a person's capability to deliver. Don't you agree?
I
Yes.
agree 100%. I feel
I agree.
like, just because I have on a suit or someone else has on a suit and I have a long list of resumes of what I know I can do, this person may think that I'm better because I look better, I dress better, and they can't represent as I may represent because the knowledge isn't there. So I think that, the first look aspect is a huge in society.
Yeah.
Even
It
when you
is,
go to
in general.
jobs, like if you go to a job,
They say
typically
dress to impress.
Dress to
but
impress.
what is it that impresses?
Exactly.
Is it sexy or is it conservative?
Exactly.
Listen, there's a double standard. Men are not sexualized in the same way as women. Would you agree, Luke?
I agree. And it says that men rule this world. So whatever they define.
Look, what can make a man look less intelligent?
Man, I don't know, to who? To a lady?
If you're there,
or to
like
another man?
the same thing for men. How does a man dress to look less or more sexy? Because with us, it's like a short dress.
To me-
you might show a little cleavage.
As I said earlier, to me, this is personally, this is
And
not
now
relevant.
we ain't smart.
You would say somebody, the CEO, is running around with big suits. That's what we're used to. And you guys, you have guys like, what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg, that created Facebook. He's a businessman. He's savvy. He's just like really smart, out of this world. And then the guy walks around with T-shirts with like flip-flops. And then when you see him around, are you gonna judge him to be less intelligent from somebody else who own like a tower? And I don't know.
But you don't know what people own by
I think
looking
you
at
just-
them. But based on the way they dress, I tend to find people who dress in T-shirts and jeans are very successful.
Absolutely.
I can't say no
And they
to
just
that.
don't buy into all of
Or
the,
the
all
fashion,
the
or you have
fluff,
to,
all
yeah.
the whatever.
So-
You just
but
don't do it.
respectfully, when you go to a meeting, meeting people, whatever, you
Of
just gotta
course.
dress accordingly.
So when a man is walking into a meeting, what's sexy to put on to impress in that meeting?
just a nice suit.
Okay.
A nice suit. I mean,
Come
a
on.
good
Like
time.
you have on right now?
Hey, come on. Hey.
Like you have a look.
No,
Stand
no.
up and show it.
No, come on, don't do that now. Come on. Let's keep it casual
We want
today.
to know what
Let's
sexy
keep it
is.
casual today.
Levon is giving you some music. Listen, it's been such a pleasure sitting here talking to both of you
Well, thanks for
about,
having us.
is it sexy to dress sexy? Should we judge our intelligence based on the way that we dress? We have a quote for you today. It says, "You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water." With that being said, for the culture, thank y'all so much for joining us. Y'all know what to do. Come on, scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. We have exclusive content for you right here on the Sisaundra Show. We'll see y'all tomorrow.